Today, our second guest, European Tech School Coffee Talk. Today we have Pablo, HR lead at Sandbox, and Alejandro, UX product manager.
Yeah.
I'm
a UA creative lead. I'm in charge of user acquisition and creative campaigns for our product, and I'm also a big. I interact in the whole ecosystem in the creation of content. So I will drive you through our platform in our coffee talk, so you can understand how you can interact with it and how you can even produce content for us.
Fantastic, Alejandro. Cool. So yes, welcome to everyone. We're gonna have an exciting hour in front of us. We're gonna talk about the metaverse. We're gonna talk about why be in this space, why dedicate your career to this space, and we're also gonna look into Sandbox. At least for me, this is new. Yeah, I've been in the crypto space for the last 6 years, but I've never entered the Sandbox. So finally today. I'm gonna be there. So I think let's get started. I'm gonna talk a little bit first about what we do at European Tech School and at European Blockchain Convention, and then we'll dig into the session. Just one. Okay, fantastic. Yes, so I'm Victoria Gago, co-founder of European Blockchain Convention and European Tech School. So European Blockchain Convention is one of the leading blockchain conferences in Europe. And European Tech School is our online school where we offer education in the blockchain, crypto, Web3 space. And the cool thing is that all our professors are professionals working in the space. So it's not, I don't know, like an academic professor or a so-called professor. It's actually professionals working in the space from companies you all know, Circle, Nexo, Consensus, IBM, and so on. And we started these coffee talks recently, and the idea is to talk to people in the space, such as Pablo and Alejandro today, part of the team of Sandbox, basically to understand better what's happening in the space, and also, of course, share it with you in the community, so you get an understanding of what's happening in space. As I said, I've been in the space for 6 years, but I've never been using Sandbox or other metaverses, so I'm actually very excited to get into it. So, Pablo, very nice to meet you. Welcome.
Nice to meet you, everyone.
So good morning to you. I know you are currently in Argentina, so it's morning for you. And maybe, Pablo, to begin with, I think it would be interesting to understand how did you end up in the Web3 metaverse space? How did you end up as HR lead at Sandbox? Tell us a little bit about your story before we dig into some other aspects.
Actually, I don't have so many years in the crypto Web3 environment. I have been here for a year, maybe 2 years. Actually, in the pandemic situation, start like I don't know, to research about crypto. Start, I don't know, having my crypto wallet, trading, and start knowing about the I don't know, intelligence contracts and what is going with the play to earn. That was very new with Axie Infinity and Plat versus Undead was. So I started like reviewing, and suddenly one day I have a talk with Marcelo, the CFO of the Sandbox, has invited me to be part of this new way to do stuff, like in the Web3 and the metaverse. That the first stage is, from my point of view, it was very hard to understand the complexity that of what we are doing. But nowadays it's much more like simpler, and I understand that the conception of what we are doing and where we are going. So and to create and to be part of this vision is grateful, actually. Okay.
But so Marcelo, the CFO Sandbox, is also based in Argentina, or?
I will lost you there for a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, you lost me. No, yeah, sorry. No, I was saying, so your CFO of Sandbox is also based in Argentina. So you have a
actually Sandbox has different sites. we have two main places that is in Europe, France, and in Argentina, in South America. Nowadays, we have like we scalable a lot after November 21st. We are now like more than 400 employees, and when we start, we were like 30. You know, Alejandro as well is one of the first ones joining the Sandbox. So now we have like we have entities in United States, in Canada, in UK, South Korea, Japan, China, everywhere. Actually, we are growing a lot.
Fantastic. Cool. I just got a question here. Do you have a headset? Yeah, of course. The problem is that you're the two of you together in front of one computer. You don't have a headset, right? To be able to listen.
Yes, we have.
Yeah? That this is just a request, Daniel. Daniel Samron was asking me. Okay, so if it's okay.
No. Ah.
Okay.
Now it's better.
Is it?
Should be.
Is it better?
I don't know. Daniel, what do you think?
Federico says it's good.
Yeah, it's good this time. It's good.
There is a mic a bit better.
No, yeah. Maybe I was suggesting that maybe with a headset like Victoria or a mic or something, we could hear it better.
Okay, Alejandro is going to find one.
But yeah, maybe with the two people it's difficult. I don't know.
Yeah, probably. Okay, fantastic. Okay, so part of the team, yeah, it's in Argentina, Europe, and now even in the US, Canada. Okay, so yeah, of course, your global team. And just to understand, I mean, why Sandbox? Why did you decide? Of course, I know you're not one of the founders, Pablo, but why did the founders decide to launch Sandbox? What's the vision? What's the idea with the Sandbox? No, Pablo, we cannot hear you. Internet connectivity issues? No, we cannot hear you. Hello, hello. No, no sound. Yeah. Well, no sound. Is it connected? Disconnect the mic, maybe. Someone is saying.
Victoria, it's a bug of Zoom. It should be executed.
Hi, how are you?
Oh, yes.
Now you hear me now?
Thank you, Mohammed.
Okay.
Okay, Pablo. So I was asking, why did the founders of Sandbox decide to launch Sandbox? What's the vision? What's the idea? What's the goal?
Actually, if you go to the white paper that we have in our career page or in the Sandbox page, you have our vision. The vision is that give the ownership to the creators. You know, this is the aspect of the we were talking about the paradigm. You know, that how things are shifting, how we are passing over to Web 1 or to Web 3, and one of the points is the digital ownership. Okay, so in this case, how there is different kind of concepts that we are trying or the Sandbox is trying to as we have here, Alejandro, to give like the ownership and people to be part of their own legacy and an entity. So in this case, if you are if you create something, you can be part of that, and you can like share it to the people. For example, for the non-fungible tokens that artists can create things and they can sell it and have royalties or fees plus for lifetime and people can earn about it, so this is a huge change, and the concept to that in this business is pretty different about the Web 2, because there is a concept of collaboration. Besides, we can compete in different manners. At the end, we cooperate each other because we understand that this is a change of paradigm, a change of thinking of how things are going to be shared or how things are going to be related in the future. Okay. What I can
So
tell is that at least in the sandbox in the last year, we are having a lot of partnerships with a lot of brands, important brands, and as well, like creators as Alejandro here that he presents himself. But one of the best things about him is that he's working with us, and at the same time he's creating something new, and he's part of this change. So this is the concept of what the vision of the sandbox of the metaverse is for the people actually.
but you focus a lot on creators. But for example, I mean, I'm not a creator. I'm just, I don't know. I mean, I'm a user of the current internet, right? And a lot of different tools and solutions on the internet. So why should I use Sandbox if I'm not a creator?
It's not about
Sorry to interrupt
sandbox.
again. Pablo, can you maybe separate a bit the mic, if you can, because now we hear a lot of air now. Can we try now? Sorry, sorry to interrupt so much.
Don't worry, it's fine. Can you repeat the question, Victoria? Sorry.
Yes, the thing is, I mean, because now you were focusing a lot on like on the creators, how they can, create content and have ownership of that content, right? Which is of course extremely different from when we think of like Twitter or Facebook, because we do create a lot of content there, but we don't get rewarded for it. But I mean, like, I don't see myself as a creator. So me as a non-creator, why should I use the Sandbox? What would I get out of it?
Why not? The issue is that the interaction as we are used right now is going to change. The metaverse or the sandbox, you will have the opportunity to take it to I don't know, to do sales, for example, to to buy stuff. You can like interact with different kind of people. It's not only about creators creating stuff, it's about relationship. It's like a new way of relationship between people. And you can have games, you can see art, you can, like, I don't know, have professional interactions. You can create like professional CVs working with projects inside the Web3 or the metaverse, because it's not only the metaverse, okay? It's all the concept, the blockchain, how you take ownership, your entity, or the way to that you participate. So I don't know, people that you can listen music, you can be part of a concert, you can be the part of, I don't know, of fashion. Actually, if you see, you have different kind of brands like Gucci that are like selling their own stuff on like a digital assets, and in some ways they are more expensive than the real product, that you can touch it. So this is something that is shifting, and we have to be aware about that.
Yes. No, of course. I mean, I understand. I mean, at the end of the day, I have to say it's about the new way of interacting with companies, with people, with experiences, right? So,
Yes.
but I'm thinking, because I remember when I started using the internet back in the 90s, I went and I was on different chatting platforms. That was really like what, I mean, it sounds a bit stupid, but that was really what attracted me to the internet. So I would be like chatting with people all around Denmark. I'm from Denmark. Can I do dating? Can I do dating on
Yes.
Sandbox? Do you have how does that work?
Actually, in our map, you have like places like social hubs where you can talk with people. You have like I don't know, you can walk through the park, from a digital park, walk through a museum. Actually, we have someone that get married in our platform. So these things are going to happen, and people are going to have experience uh, on and off. What I'm trying to tell with this is, like, when you have on is like being digital, and off is when you have like a real like experience in real life. Maybe with an NFT ticket you can get inside a restaurant, or maybe you can buy an apartment inside a real estate inside the sandbox. I don't know. These things are the opportunity of things that can happen here are huge. Okay. ¿Estás compartiendo?
Yeah,
Okay, now we
Actually,
are
it's
sharing
perfect.
part
Yeah,
of
it's
the
perfect. Yeah.
sandbox.
I was gonna say, because I've never been to any metaverses, and that's actually, even though I've been in the blockchain and crypto space for 6 years. So I'm actually very excited to be able to, if you can, bring us a little bit through the sandbox and show us some stuff we can do. That would be actually really, really amazing. And also, I think, make it a little bit more clear for us to understand what is a metaverse as of 2022 today, right? So yeah, please,
Yeah.
Andra, share your screen again.
Yeah, totally. And about can you guys hear me okay there?
I can see you're sharing the screen, and I can see now myself because I'm talking. So
Yeah, but can you hear
now,
me fine?
oh
Is
yeah,
the
yeah,
mic
fantastic.
okay?
I can hear
Cool.
you.
Cool. So maybe answering a bit and more making a more in-depth definition of how you can interact with as a consumer without being a creator is maybe what we were talking about earlier as interacting with the Web3 space through NFT collections. And this is our current alpha map. I mean, this is live content that is available for everyone to enter and experience. As I'm picking up a bit of what you were saying. I mean, can I do dating? Of course. And there are multiplayer and single player experiences. And for example, this multiplayer experience is based on a wedding setting, and we actually have got a lot of organic content of people
Alejandro,
interacting.
one second, Alejandro. I feel like I'm 80 years old. I'm already a little bit lost. So what we see here, like, is a map of Sandbox. Is that it? Just to understand. I know it's a stupid question. This is a map of Sandbox.
As you might have seen, we're in alpha stage, so that means that we're still developing the product, and this is the third season. And as the seasons progresses and we put more content in front of people, this map starts growing and growing until we leave alpha stage, hopefully soon, so we can actually open the whole map to everyone. And let's start maybe from scratch, like you arrive to the sandbox and you come just as a player. You can come as a player, as a creator, or as an investor. So let's start from the bottom. Let's say you're an investor and you want to get your piece of virtual land and start interacting with this metaverse. So all of these little squares in our map, and this is a big map. So see, like, let's go into the new version of the map that is later, and I can show it a bit faster. So this is the whole map, right? This is our metaverse. And as you can see, there are more high-profile brands. There are little projects that are interacting with us. I have a 1x1 on my own because I want to stake it and I want to have it ready for when we come out of alpha stage and when we can start hosting content. Because when you own a land and you're a landowner in our metaverse, you're not only staking virtual property and waiting for it to value and to get value if you want to sell it tomorrow, but you are also getting a piece of this future that will let you interact with this metaverse and be neighbors to Atari, for example, or be neighbors to one of your favorite brands that are involved in our project. And you can host your own content here tomorrow, so you're not only staking, you're also being involved.
One question. So just for me to understand, again, I feel like I'm 80 years old.
For sure, yeah.
First time using the internet. Well, not the internet, the metaverse. So for example, I saw Binance. So what does Binance have on their land? I saw their logo.
For example, Binance is taking a big piece of land here, because each of these is a 1x1, and I will show you through that, like how you can actually get one of these. So as you can see, Binance has a big piece of land, and their interaction with us so far has been, for example, let's go deeper into the product, and let's go into the market, and we can go back to the alpha map where you can actually play and experience all the content. But let's go through the market, which is one of the ways you can interact, answering to your question as how you can interact as a consumer directly with the metaverse without being a creator or even an investor. But even today in the Web3, if you're purchasing PFP NFT from a collection you like, you're already an investor, you know, because you're interacting with a project you are interested in, but you're also hoping that this will turn into profit for you. And in our case, I feel we're pioneers because we are leading the sense of utility of the whole Web3. That is what brings value at the end. You know, let's go into a collection that is like very well known, or let's explore all our current available collections, which is growing by the day. You know, we're bridging collections so that everyone that owns a PFP from these collections can actually play with this avatar inside our metaverse, and you can interact with other people, and you can have your own personality and your own identity. So let's go, for example, into that Fellas collection, which is one of my favorite, and see that each of these PFPs that correspond to an OpenSea NFT, that when you touch it, when you click it, you will see that it's this NFT. It's related and it's directly bridged to an avatar. So interacting with the Web3 and with the NFT culture, you're also interacting with the sandbox at the same time, and you're getting value and you're getting utility. And I'd say like utility at this point is like at the verge of why is Web3 the next thing, you know, like utility. And why I mean most of the people that when you need to like have a conversation about NFTs and why, I mean, why are they so valued? I mean, and mainly what I could say is like all these projects and all these founders that are creating these collections for people to use them as their profile pictures and also getting value out of this culture is about giving confidence to people that this creator will start developing future projects and what's the utility for the current holders. You know? So when you interact with for example, with the Dead Fellas collection, is because you like the founders and you're confident that they will keep giving you utility because of being a holder and being part of their community. So it's really community driven at the end, and
But
we're really
Alejandro,
glad to be part of that because
wait, stop 1 second. Still, just for me to understand. So, if I get an avatar, right? One of these avatars you just mentioned, what do I do then with that avatar? What do I do?
For example, I have a Steve Aoki on my own. We have two collections that are or of our own. I mean, they're not, they don't come from a PFP collection from OpenSea. In this case, these are bridged collections that we created with these partners, for example, Snoop Dogg. And when you purchase one of these avatars, you can play with it inside our metaverse. For example, let me dive right into it. Let's go to the play tab in this case. So we're near to enter the metaverse here.
Big, the point is that when you have your own avatar, you're creating your own personification, you know, yourself in the metaverse. You know, you have that opportunity to create what you want to do, or the idea of that you can create your avatar. It means that it's something great, you know, that is something that you don't have limitations, you know, besides the it's not that you are going to create yourself as you are right now. Okay, the idea is that you can like have new assets of your avatar. You can be in different kind of words or experience. For example, he's showing about, I know he show you the Snoop Dogg avatars, and as well you have the Snoop Dogg experience, you know, and it's all in that. Yeah, and the experience to be there as the Walking Dead is very different, and the characters are different. So one day you can be someone, and the other way you can be another one. You know, you can change your clothes, you can change your appearance. So this is one of the, you know, the freedom that you have in this digital world.
But can I mean, with this avatar, can I go to a shop and buy something? I don't know if this is a stupid question. But
Yeah, exactly.
Can I do that?
For example, this is one avatar from the Steve Aoki collection that I purchased, and this is my own. So this is my identity at the metaverse at the moment. In the future, I plan on keep acquiring avatars to, even if you want to change your identity from time to time and you want to enter some experience or another game with another identity because it's multiplayer and you want to express yourself differently, all your custom avatars will start piling up here. But when you enter the metaverse for the first time, you can just not purchase a custom avatar, and you can go ahead and build yourself in the avatar creator, and you can hop right in. So you don't need to actually purchase something right away. You can just start interacting with the content, and it's free to play, and it's play to earn business, you know. So you can actually create your account, and then you just go right directly into the content with an avatar from this avatar creator, which you can customize if you like, for example, and then you can just dive in. You know, you go into you save your avatar and you go into the map, which is the play tab. And in this case, as I mentioned, we're in season 3. It's about to end. We have a week left, and we have currently a Halloween event that is live, which I'm taking part of as a creator, and I can dive in deeper in the next few minutes.
Ale, you can show them the social hub, or
Yeah.
okay.
Let's go.
So, for example, here, what you have is part of the map, and different experience that you have here are for different brands. Okay, as you know, the metaverse is in the sandbox is in an alpha, so it means it's a beta. So here you have some experience that are open to everyone. So you have one like main spot that is the social hub, where you can talk with people. Okay, as you ask, Victoria, you can talk with other guys, you can have fun, you can dance, you can do whatever you do, and also you can do like some quests. Okay, and then you have experience per each brand, or as well now in Halloween we will have the opportunity to try the experience that Alejandro create from his own. So this is the idea. Okay, besides playing is to interact, and as well as Alejandro showed, to create your character. To, if you want, you can buy assets for your character or for your own work, because if you're a landowner, you can create your own experience. Okay, so ahí lo está mostrando. And
yeah, and there's another concept that I want to add into Pablo's concept, is that another concept that we're pioneers in is about the user-generated content metaverse, you know, and we're an ecosystem that really pushes forward creators and to have a self-sustained circle of consumers and creators, you know, and that's the real decentralized aspect of it, and how creators can provide content to consumers and finish the circle, you know.
So, oh yeah, now I see your screen again. I was seeing myself. Okay.
Sorry, yeah.
I mean, we have a lot of questions actually already in the chat, but I also wanted to talk with you about, you know, working in the space and how you get into the space, right? Oh yeah, wait. Okay, I'll let you show us a little bit more here.
Yeah, let's go ahead and keep chatting while I just showcase a bit of the alpha lobby, which is the first experience you're entering. When you enter the metaverse, you go by default into our alpha lobby, and there's NFT displays, and there's a lot of quests you can actually do to kick off your journey in the metaverse.
One question.
And all our IPs are located in this hub.
Well, Alejandro, before I saw some Bored Ape NFTs. Who do they belong to?
They have their rightful owners, you know, and you can actually go directly right into them and interact with them, and you will have a prompt message here to view in the marketplace in OpenSea. You have who has been created the collection, who's owned by, and in this case it's the Sandbox. So this is actually a Bored Ape of our own, if I'm correct. Let me check. So yeah, that's actually one of our own. Yeah.
Here
in this case, you can see that if you click the E, you can see who is the ownership. If you want to buy, you can interact with them.
as I told you in one of the concepts, is that you can create your own museum on NFT you have been bought, you know, and as well you can create your own home and you have your own pool. So this is part of what we are talking. You know, here is open to everyone. There are people that maybe if you want to be part of their experience, maybe you need to buy an NFT ticket to be part of it. You know, or maybe if you're going to do a party because of your birthday, you can create it here as well. So there is a lot of ways to interact. You know, it's awesome.
Okay, amazing, amazing. I think I have a better understanding of what Sandbox is and what the metaverse is. Okay, well, actually, as I said, there's a lot of questions in the chat, but I think before digging into some of the questions, I would like to also understand if we want to work in the metaverse, work in the metaverse, or how do I say, work for Sandbox or Decentraland or some of all these companies. What's important? I mean, what are you looking for? What kind of abilities or skill sets do we need to have?
Actually, one of the points that we really look on people is the talent that they have. You know, to create, you know, this kind of things means that you have to be talented to see which are the next steps. You know, actually the profiles that we look for it as well are like engineers, you know, Unity developers. We are looking like, I don't know, like narrative designers, level designers, as well finance associates, HR, user acquisitions, marketing, growth and marketing. Actually, the Web3 and the metaverse are in a hot spot. You know, it's like we are looking a lot, but one of the points that is very important is people that wants to be in the Web3, that knows a little bit about what is a crypto, or how to create a wallet, or what it means to mint something. You know, these are points that yes, because since we start with the first alpha or 2 years ago, was very hard to create a wallet. You know, how to fund a wallet, how you do that. First, you need to do it by P2P. Then now you have credit cards. Now you can use your bank account. Every month or every year is being more easy to everyone to be part of this ecosystem, you know, from the crypto plus metaverse. And it's going to happen as well in the metaverse. You will start talking about the sandbox or different kind of metaverse as something very common, you know, and this is part of things that are going to happen. For example, when we talk about, you know, Jeremy Sturtevant, you know, he was 19 years old, was 12 years ago, and he bought 2 pizzas with 10,000 bitcoins, you know. So in that moment, you didn't see, or you didn't have like what was going to happen with this, you know. And now that we are here, you're talking about a lot of money, actually. Okay, and the same stuff happened with Kodak or with Blockbuster. You know, that they didn't see Netflix or they didn't see the importance of digital pictures. You know, so I really believe that we are in that early stage, and there is a lot of opportunities. Okay.
So, but I mean, as you're saying, is basically you're looking for all type of profiles in HR, finance, developers, engineers, and so on. But I mean, so for example, I mean, I was completely lost before the session. So I guess that's not good enough. I mean, I should have tried at least entering Sandbox, right? I mean, if I really want to be in this space, or what do you want people to do? I mean, is this something that's important?
Yes, it's important for us to understand what we are trying to do. We don't want. Okay, someone you can play this, or maybe you can have this experience, but maybe you don't understand the whole concept. The point is there for to understand what we're doing. Then you can do it on the spot, you know, when you start working with us. But at least you have to be like confident that this is something that is going to happen, you know, because actually you can have like people that are stoppers and don't believe that this is going to happen, but actually things are shifting. You know, crypto is everywhere, the blockchain is everywhere, and things are being changed. So you need to be over this boat, you know, and yes, we we make some questions to people about the metaverse, or like a small, it's not a hard questionnaire, but yes, we can understand if they have the idea of the Web3, of the collaboration, of the decentralization,
And
And-
for example, how is it different, like Web3 companies, how are they hiring? Is it through job posts on LinkedIn or through Discord groups or Telegram, or is it rather connecting on events? Is it different to what we've seen in the past?
Yes, it been because actually different kind of companies, they do a job post in common job boards as LinkedIn or other ones that are very known. And in Web3 is much more different. Actually, you are going to see a picture of myself as an avatar instead of myself. Okay, and the job posts are not in the yes, we have job posting in the normal job boards because we are in this shift, But the point is that there are a lot of niche places where you can open your position by Twitter, if you want, Discord, Telegram, and you have different like niche job boards that we are promoting our positions, and it depends as well with a keyword that people can get inside our career job posting, and you can apply as well. Okay. So yeah, and as well is a very a community way of promoting our open positions.
Like maybe it's a bit too personal of a question, you tell me, but how did you, for example, how did you join the Sandbox, and also Alex, for example? If it's too personal, you can say it.
Alex, you remember?
Because
you're very well,
I can copy in and maybe I give a bit of my background and how I got into here. Mainly my background is advertising. So I come from the advertising background, and I've been dedicated to the creative side of it in terms of marketing. And then I poured into indie game development. So I published my.
Oh, I think I can't hear you, Alejandro.
Yeah, we lost you.
Yeah, Alejandro, we lost you.
1 second.
No worries. It's early days for the metaverse.
Can you hear me there?
Yes. We cannot see you. Can we?
1 second. Okay, no worries. I will share. No worries about the camera. I'll share. Okay, cool.
There it is.
So I come from the advertising background, and then I poured into game development as an indie using Unity. So I'm working as a creative lead in the marketing Sandbox, but as an indie creator, I use our tools to start creating and using our ecosystem. And how did I get involved? I started working with Pixel. It's our former company. It's the same owners as Sandbox, and it's a free-to-play company for the mobile market. So I became a game designer for one of those games. It was Goosebumps Horror Town. So I made a background as a game designer professionally there, as I was already designing games as an indie developer in Unity. That gave me a really solid base of how to make games. And as an art director that I already had as a background from the marketing industry. So how I started, I picked up Box Edit, and let me dive right into it. And what does it look like? It's one of our tools. We have two main tools besides of the game itself, which is directly for players and consumers. For creators, we have two tools, and this is the entry point to the metaverse for them, for us, actually. And here, what I'm showcasing is one of my own assets, and it's a landmark. It's a signpost of a landmark inside the metaverse, which I will amplify and show where it goes on inside the metaverse. But here's how you create it, and I can show you a bit of the kitchen and what you can do and the power it has. And you can create, you can animate. It's a really solid voxel editor, and you can achieve pretty much anything with creativity and imagination. So where does the journey goes after picking up this tool, which gives artists and 3D art? I mean, there's a lot of professionals coming into these tools because of the power of the ecosystem we have put together. It has its own style, its voxel style. So it is synthetic, but you can do a lot of great stuff with it. And as you can see, this is something that will happen inside the metaverse. And let me go quickly because I don't want to make it too long. I want you guys to make it and explore. And I will show you how you can find these tools for you to download it and play around with them if you guys, some of you guys are creators and you want to dig deeper into the ecosystem. This is the other tool, and it's called Game Maker, and it's ported from Unity. So it's a way you can actually make games and grab your assets that you have produced in Voxedit, and put them inside a world here. This is a 1x1, right? So remember we looked at the map and there were little squares. So this would be a little square in the map. This is a 1x1.
Wait, maybe we are going too fast. 1x1 square, it means that, I don't know if you remember when he showed you the map, that you have small squares. That is one, the other map. That is the first animation that we have of the lands that you can buy. And then you can join other lines and you could create bigger ones, okay? So what he's showing you there, first of all, is one of his creations that are very important. And he created first, he showed you the box edit is where you can create assets. This means that you can create the, I don't know, sushi if you want, or maybe you can create like a window or table, or as well you can create like a villa, okay? And then you have the land, and the land, you can buy a land, and you with the box edit you can create your own experience. This is the second thing that he showed you, okay? That you can see like an eagle eye, that was the land that he created, okay? And the experience. Now, Alejandro, if you want, you can show your word and play inside it. You can do that or no?
Yeah, actually, I was showing my inventory because when you create your account, you have all these menus that will take you to different parts of your account. And for example, when you go to inventory, on this sidebar, you'll have showcased all the different type of NFTs and content that you can store in your profile. And in my case, since I'm already a heavy user, I own a land. I look forward to owning more land in the future, and I'm not selling it, I'm holding it, because since I'm a creator, when we come out of alpha, I'm looking forward to hosting my own experiences in my land. So I don't want to sell it because I want to invest and create content on it to invite people to come enjoy it, you know? And there's lots of ways you can interact with the products and use them to give utility, you know? We're producing 2 more experiences besides the one that I've shown. The one that I'm showcasing right now from our tools, that is totally the kitchen and something I'm sharing with you guys for you to have a clear picture of the user journey as from a creator point of view. But from a consumer point of view, we work hard as an external studio that we put together, and that's something that Pablo touched as a touch point, you know, like the possibility of involving into the product as deep as you want, you know. If you are a consumer and you want to start staking content to drive value, you can do it as an investor. But then if you're a creator and you let's say even you're not a creator, but you have a friend that is connected to a partner that might be interested into investing, and then you go and find an external studio such as myself that can help you out, create that content and give utility and start creating a community, you know, and there's a lot to explore. So what I wanted to show to you guys is the actual experience that we created in this season 3 in the map, and how does it looks when you propose yourself to create a piece of content, you polish it and you take it to a level that is curated by the Sandbox at this alpha stage at least, to be considered into our set of experiences that will afterwards be taking part in our play to earn model and progression that will at the end give you the chance to earn real money, in this case in the Sun token.
Yeah, yeah, thank you. So if it's because we started with questions about getting work, like a job in Web3, and we got back to the game again. It's great, we love it, but the main point, yeah, was to have clear, like, some
Actually, guys,
answers
if you at
to
some point you got identified with any of the tools or the journeys that we've been describing, you are applicable to get in contact with us. You know, we have a lot of open positions, and if you have the
yeah.
background in terms of engineering, marketing, human resources, or even content creation, we're looking for level designers. We're looking for all kinds of roles at the moment, you know. So
Cool.
at this point, if you have the background, you're applicable.
Yeah, and can people expect higher salaries than in other sectors, industries, or Web2 companies? Like, is it the Web3 well paid?
Yes, actually, we are not less than other type of businesses. Okay, actually, we are very new. So to bring people as well to the Web3, we need to be as well. You know, you have to be well compensated. You know, because first of all, you have the pain that people are not embracing, like because it's very in early stages. So we are not going to pay you less than the market. You know, so in this case, actually, Web3 crypto is like paying very good.
Cool. Maybe we can start taking.
But one of the points that is very important to understand is that we need to take our concepts about salary, okay? Because the Web3 mindset is like people are caring about the equity, because they as Alejandro is being part of this change, you know, and he's like at the end he's going to gain more being part with his own stuff that being employment, you know, is a very different kind of thinking. Okay.
Yeah, makes sense. And maybe we can start, since we have 8 minutes left, only start taking questions from the audience. Natercia, I saw you were raising your hand.
Yeah, Jonas as well. And I think Federico reached out to me at some point. So maybe I think Federico was the first one to reach out to me.
And then Jonas, and then I think myself. Don't worry.
Yeah, so Federico, if you want to start, if you're there somewhere.
Sure, yeah. Hey,
Hi.
you hear me?
Yes, we
Yeah,
can hear you and
all
see
good.
you.
Okay, great meeting you, team. Great job. And yeah, when I had a lot of questions that I was throwing through your presentation. So let me just recap a couple of them, and you can go through them. So first, in terms of the usability of Sandbox, can you cross-chain the avatar you create? So can I use the Sandbox avatar into a different platform, or no, just for Sandbox?
At this point, the most interoperable and the most utility you can get from us is the point we touched first about being an NFT collection holder, and to be able to play that avatar as a bridge collection in the avatar in our metaverse. You know, the interoperability concept is pretty broad, and we are working on features to tackle it, but it's difficult to consider the fact of going into any metaverse and using those systems that each have their own code, their own development, and their own frameworks, you know.
Gotcha. Thank you. And just to finish the question, why do you think the metaverse of Facebook is failing? They actually got their release, revenue release, and it's totally failing. And why do you think Sandbox is thriving? No, and why Facebook cannot get there, even though they have a lot of more money than you? And that's one question. And to end, why do you think, and to segue to the job, there are not many like sales and business development jobs in Sandbox? Are you not looking for customers? So how is your business model, or it's just inbound and you have so much inbound that you don't care about going out for new type of customers of partners? And that's it. Thank you.
First of all, I believe the concept of the first mover. Okay. Actually, if you want to ask me why Facebook is not evolving in a good way as your own thought, this is something that maybe we want to ask for Mark Zuckerberg. But the point is that maybe in the future they're going to start striking out. Besides, maybe the concept that they are pushing is not the one that it should. But I'm following about the open positions. Yes, we have been hiring a lot of people from growth and marketing in different kind of regions of the world. And sometimes we have the time to add these positions in the career path, and the other ones we hire as fast as we can. So, and it's not only the Sandbox. There's a lot of companies, and in different kind of job boards you can find different kind of like of growth and marketing, sales. You have a lot. Maybe you're not looking where you should.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you. So,
Oh, sorry.
oh yeah, no, Alejandro, you want to say something?
No, I mean, I was wondering if we were talking about the Oculus or the VR exploration of Meta, which I think is pretty niche at the moment because it's very, let's say, first world or some kind. It's like at some point we're not requiring extra hardware on our ecosystem for you to take part, and that's pretty important for us. And for the second question, just to answer it quickly, we are doing a lot of efforts on user acquisition. As long even if it doesn't look like, we are making a lot of effort on advertising and getting people to understand, because it's a lot to take in, and there's a lot of products, and there's a lot of ways to interact with it.
Thank you, Alejandro. And thank you, Federico, for the question. So I think the next one in line is Jonas, and then Natercia, and then, I don't know, I think I see Belinda. I'm not sure if it's the right order, but Jonas, please go ahead.
And maybe if we can try to be a bit shorter, both questions and answers, to get many done before we finish. Thank you.
Jonas, are you there? If not, yeah, I think you can go ahead. Pablo, by the way, I can hear you breathe, I think, in the yeah. Fantastic. Okay, Natercia.
Sure. No, I'm interested prices. Could you give me some idea of how much a little piece of land or virtual land does it cost on this Sandbox? I arrived late, but I'm so interested on the price tags of this.
Actually, you can see that in the OpenSea. It's like a marketplace for NFTs or
Okay.
less of the land. But the point is that it could be between 0.08 or 0.8
Yeah,
Ethereum.
I'm
Okay.
going to the market tab of our dashboard, and at the end you'll see lands and estates, and you can get secondary market prices. But also wanted to let you know that we're looking forward for a big land sale towards the end of the year that you might be aware of, and so I consider, actually I was showing a bit of Twitter, and it's a great point of contact with us. And if you guys let me, before we ended our call and our coffee talk, I wanted to let you know, guys, that a good way to stay in touch with us is through Twitter. We announce everything there. And also, if you let me, guys, this is the Twitter of our studio. As we're showing interaction with the community. We're building our community slowly. And through our Web3 content, we're putting, it's a really fresh and modern way to interact with people, you know, that you don't know, and the internet, the modern internet as it is, you know. So we're putting like giveaways, like take a selfie with the dog into the game, and people are interacting with us. And when they interact with us, we give them something in return. You know, like, and there's really cool stories to be told and to interact with people, and in terms of marketing and the Web3 itself.
Fantastic. Thank you. And thank you, Natecia, for the question. So Natecia is one of our current students at our blockchain certified program at European Tech School. Very nice to see you here. And then I think it's Belinda, one of our past students also. Please go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, thanks. I just wanted to ask a question. How
you're on mute now, Belinda. You're on mute.
Sorry about that. Okay, you can hear me now? Great. So in the description of the event, it mentions how you fit yourself to match the profile of being hired in Web3. And my entry into blockchain was just because of my expertise as marketing, and then got to work with a great project. And often people ask me, like, how do I get into that, you know, when they don't have experience in it. So basically what I usually tell them is, yeah, to take your course and to maybe change their LinkedIn profile. But I wanted to ask the speakers if maybe they felt that it would be helpful to do something like join the metaverse, or there is other ways to kind of, somebody who's really has an expertise, doesn't have experience in blockchain world, but wants to get to it, can really position themselves to get more into this world and open up more opportunities to them. What would you recommend?
First of all, what I recommend is that to be part of the Web3 or metaverse is not so hard. You have to have you have to empower yourself and trust yourself and applicate for different kind of position. Usually, when you hire someone, you want to see their enthusiasm when they start a new job, to see that they have the hunger to do stuff. You know, this is part of the personality or the characteristics of someone that you want to hire. Besides that, maybe he doesn't have the knowledge, the real knowledge that you need, because in some cases the operations that they're doing, they are not so crazy. It's like maybe the same stuff that we are doing in Web2, but the point is that the impact is very different, you know, because it's something new and it's something that we are creating, and things can change because the culture is different, the way of thinking stuff is different, okay? But the operation maybe is the same. You have to pay bills, you have to do, you know, pay salaries, or I'm talking about HR, okay? And maybe in marketing as well, you have to how you can acquire users, how you have to retain users after 15 days being part of a gaming, okay, of AAA, I know social game, you have the same issues. So in that concept is the hunger of how things you want and the enthusiasm that you want to show. And that means that you read about crypto, you read about metaverse, you understand the concepts, you know. But this is something that you can do in your home, like reading, you know, and that's it.
Thank you.
I share as well, I share a link with the different kind of top 10, like job boards that maybe a lot of crypto companies and metaverse are using to offer their positions. Okay, as well, try and write to the owners, to the CEOs actually. Okay, if you really want to be part of one of these projects, you can write to them as well in LinkedIn. They are going to answer you. Maybe not all, but a lot of people will. Okay, so you have to start. You understand that we are in a startup. Maybe not all the companies, but in part we come from that environment. So we are happy to collaborate and to help if we can.
Fantastic. By the way, Daniel, let's just take a quick photo before we go for one of the last two questions. So guys, can can you please put your camera on and smile because we want a picture of you? Full screen. So yes, guys, please put your camera on. Your beautiful smiles. Oh, looking good. Fantastic. Yes, Laura, Gerard, Michelle, put your cameras on. Daniel, are you taking the photo? Hello, hello.
Yes, I'll
Yes?
do that,
Okay. So smile, guys.
but not yet. One sec.
Okay. Then
A
keep
few,
your smile.
a few more faces. That
few
would
more
be
faces.
helpful for the picture.
Benoit, we can't see you, Benoit. Angel, Angel, Jorge, Katerina, Andrew. Okay, are we ready?
Okay, done. Good.
Fantastic. Okay. That was tough. Okay, yes. So I think next.
You all look great.
Fantastic. Thank you. Okay, I think Martin was the next one. Quick one, and then Celio as well. Very quick.
Hello, guys. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm a bit dysphonic. I just wanted to ask, I see a lot of developers, marketers, HR people working in this new industry, and I wanted to know if there's many opportunities for sales and BD people.
Sales and business development people. Are they useful in the Web3 space?
Yes, Martin. See, Martin, they are important. Actually, we don't have a limitation of profiles. Actually, you have to know that in market there are some profiles that are more needed than others. But actually, we have like opportunity to everyone. Maybe I don't know. HRs, when you start a company, you only have one. You don't have too much. But you have to understand that we are in the first steps. Maybe the sandbox is like have a lot of employees and people that are collaborating with us. But yes, there are space for everyone. Don't worry about that. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Fantastic, Martin. And Stelio, you also have a question? Quick one?
Yes, I'll be quickly. First, thanks, Victoria, for making this happen. And thanks, Pablo and Diego, for this great presentation. I really believe in this project. I believe that the tokenomics is great and the coin, the token is undervalued and that the potential is amazing in terms of price and of development. But I just have one curiosity on a design perspective, because I believe that being pixelated helps for a faster scalability and faster progress in comparison with other metaverses. I also saw that the Gucci Vault was inaugurated today in the metaverse of Sandbox, which is a bullish sign and a bullish indicator of the mass adoption. But will you plan to stay pixelated? I know this is something that is hard to tell, but will this be the sandbox forever, something that really identifies the design? Or do you think that in the next years, you will progress and change this to another type of design? I hope that's...
Yeah, that makes sense, Celio. The voxel is our identity, you know. The block itself is our identity, and the sandbox concept as a game genre is like our DNA, and our game maker tool, our sandbox maker, it's like you start piling up and you're building with blocks, and the block, I mean, the 3D block is our identity, and the voxel is our DNA, you know. Then with the vox edit tool, you can do anything you want. You can add voxels to the point that you can trick new aesthetics, and you can take it whatever you want if you want to create your own out of content, you know. So that evolution could be up to you even.
Okay. Thanks a lot. And anyway, in my personal opinion, I think it's a touch that should never be changed, because if you compare it to other metaverses, you are leading also in that sense. So, but anyway, thanks a lot, and best of success for the project, guys.
Thanks, man.
Thank you.
Fantastic. So everyone, thank you. Especially thanks to Pablo and Alejandro. Pablo,